Hi. Tech and STEM are really the future, but we've realized that there are actually few women who are getting into STEM careers. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how we can actually have more women in tech, why we have few women in tech, and everything around that. And today we have Atile Mary Blair, an IEEE member and an outstanding woman in technology, and she'll be sharing more about STEM and how she got into STEM with us. Please, if this is your first time here, remember to subscribe and leave feedback in the comment section. Hi, Mary Blair. Can you tell us about yourself?
Oh, hi. My name is Sumaiya Nalukwago, as she has already said, and I am passionate about tech. Yes, I'm a graduate from Eastern University. I did electronics and communication engineering.
All right. When did you get into tech or STEM, and how has the journey been like?
Okay, actually, I started liking technology when I was on senior 4 vacation, where I happened to watch some comedy movie. It's called the Big Bang Theory. Yeah. So when I could see how they are talking about technology, how they are inspiring, how they are trying to involve in ladies, it inspired me when I could see that character where he wanted to be an astronaut and everything. I could feel like, oh wow, I think I can do something in a technology world. So that's when I got the passion, when I was in my senior 4 vacation.
Then now from senior 4?
I went for a level where I did mathematics, economics, and entrepreneurship. And I happened to do better in math. When I applied for a course at Eastern University, they were able to give me electronics and communication engineering.
Oh, that's really interesting. So from you being passionate about tech, then to doing math, and then getting to do electronics and electrical engineering, right? So that's been like your journey into tech. And how have you found it?
So interesting. I can tell you that technology is not about the physics or what. It's about someone's passion. Let's say it's not about you going to class to do PCM, doing what. As long as you have passion for something, you can change the world. You can be a problem solver. So I found it very interesting because I engaged in more in technology when I was at Eastern University, when they created some student branch of IEEE. That's when I engaged in connecting with other students from different universities, and we started sharing ideas, people trying to solve problems, saying that how can we do this, engaging in ourselves and doing some teamwork solutions and everything. So my journey about technology, I think, was interesting.
Okay. So now, as someone who got passionate about technology while in high school, do you think schools do enough to bring or encourage girls to get into STEM?
I would say no, because I personally studied from a single-sex school. There we could get somehow encouraged, but they don't elaborate more. You could meet some students in senior 4. They have technical ideas. They can do something, but when they reach in senior 6, in vacation, the ideas die out. They don't follow up. So I think they need more sensitization. They need to create more events in those high schools, so that they can teach, they can show students what they can be in future. They should at least try to make sure that if you do this, if you're learning, let's say if you're learning
robotics,
what can it do in the daily life? What can I solve? Which problem can I solve in the daily life or at home? What can it help me with? Yeah, so that's
interesting. So do you think there are some stereotypes preventing women from getting into STEM?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There.
Have you experienced some? Do you mind sharing about them?
Yeah, I have. When I was at campus, year 1, we were, I think, 5 girls in our class who were doing electronics and communication. But when they could bring in tests and what, you could find guys feel like, you cannot do this. They demoralize you. You feel like, oh my God, That means maybe you become inferior. You think maybe my answers are wrong and everything like that. But that's the most thing that is happening to us girls. Then they make boys make it think like they make you think like, oh God, those guys are doing nice things, those guys have good projects that are outstanding, they're only boys who can generate good ideas and everything like that. So it is more of male dominated career. Yeah, something like that.
So how have you been able to overcome such stereotypes?
I think it is in me. I always say, I always approach, when I approach someone, this a guy, and he wants to show me that he can do better than me, in my heart, I'd be like, I will do better. And I have to be the best among the group or what. So it is always, there's something that is always pushing me to be better, to outstand, to raise my voice so that anyone can hear me in a room. Yeah.
All right, now to every other girl watching this, learn to put your voice out there, learn to speak for yourself. So how do you think parents and teachers can support the girls interested in STEM?
On that, I think parents should really try to encourage their girls that they can do better. They should allow girls, you know, for us, on my background, like parents don't limit us to going to these events when we are still in high school. They could limit us, they could not allow us to move around. And you know, when you move around those events, or when, let's say you're in Mbara and you're in your work station, then you move around the innovation hub in Mbara, and you try to meet new things, you get exposed. You start asking yourself, how can I do this? How is this happening? You know, because at some point there are some girls who go at campus and they don't know how to use a laptop. Yeah. They don't know how to switch on a laptop or create a folder. But if she's exposed, if she meets different people that that can impact you positively, they can at least get exposed and be like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, something like that. I think parents should understand that if a girl goes out, let's say on those workshops and events or trade shows, and they see different ideas, they see how people are showcasing their projects, they can learn something or get inspired about it.
Oh, that's really interesting. I hope that parents are watching this are taking note of whatever she has mentioned. So what do you think is one fun way we can introduce girls to, let's say, coding?
Coding, at some point, girls think it's really hard. But if they could create some, let's say, some short release about coding, how coding is interesting, some short videos, let's say on TikTok, let's say, on Instagram, they can, if we keep on creating some short release, they're interesting, funny, interesting, and educative. I think that's one way people can get to learn coding.
No, I actually believe that, you know, you watching something fun it will make it easy for you to learn compared to watching something that is not actually fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think this is something that should be put in consideration. So what's one myth about STEM that STEM careers you wish people knew more about?
When people hear of STEM, they think you have to be having biology, mathematics, physics on your fingerprints. But they don't know that even if you did your HLD, as long as you're passionate, you can do something. You're a problem solver. You can do something better. It doesn't mean that if you're in tech, you know, you have to be knowing all those principles of what. Okay, you can understand. Yeah. So like people should know that even if you got a level and you do your arts, you can as well be part of the team. You can as well make change in your environment, in your community. You can, because there are some people who are passionate about climate change. They are fighting and they are trying to at least do something. They are planting trees. I think that's how we can do it. We shouldn't be thinking of this critical science where you have to be a genius or what. They should know that even if you have dropped out, but you are passionate, you can go out there, do something serious and visible, then I think it can be.
Okay, that's interesting. My takeaway from that is that you don't have to have a science career or a science profession for you to get into STEM. You can actually get into STEM at whichever point you are in life, as long as you're passionate and you're willing to learn. So as we come close to the end, what are your parting shots for any girl out there interested in STEM?
I would like to encourage all those people that have the potential. They should do more of mentorship in those villages. Let's say around Kampala, many people, some schools are exposed. Those big schools, students go with laptops at their school, like let's say Navisosa. But if we could get mentorship, if we could go to those deep village schools and we at least try to sensitize, show them what you can do, what you can be, I think they can learn something. Yeah, you can. I think we can as well get workshops. Yeah, maybe that's the thing I think can work and can help those young child, those young child or a young girl there. She can try at least to learn something. If she gets to see some young girls in STEM, they are trying to do something, they are coding, I think it would inspire all.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary Blair. It was a pleasure having you here, and I hope our viewers are going to get the most out of this. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, share this video with a friend and anyone you think would be interested in watching it, and don't forget to like and leave your feedback in the comment section. You can actually tell me about how you think we can get more girls into STEM. Thank you so much. Till the next episode.